Okay, guys, let's get right into making this wig dryer that you can use at home. So here is the supplies that you will need to make this dryer. I just got some dryer vents from Home Depot or Lowe's, and it's simple supplies, nothing too dramatic. Just go over to your plumbing or appliance section in the store, and they will show you where to find these items. And I brought this particular TV entertainment unit because I work from home, so it has to blend in with my living room and not look like an actual dryer. So I brought this dryer from Sally. So if you have a dryer already and have a cabinet, it's just about connecting the two. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is I actually took this piece to make the circle that I'll be cutting out. And this again, this unit is from IKEA, so you know the back of them is just like that. I don't know what material it is. It's not wood, but it's not plastic, whatever. So I'm just gonna take my razor and I am going to just score right into it until I get the circle to pop out. Again, I don't know why I look like it's gonna start to look like I'm struggling in here with this, but I'm not. It's actually pretty easy. So I'm just gonna keep going around until I get this material, whatever this is, loose, and I'm going to pop it out, and then we will put in that. Now again, I said I got all of this stuff from Lowe's or Home Depot. I'm not sure which one I got. Everything cost about $100. Now I built this dryer before. This is actually my second one. Um, and I got the cabinet from Habitat for Humanity, and it was like a discount day. It was supposed to be $15, and it was discounted it by like 90%. So I got it for like $4 or $5. I know it wasn't more than $5, and it was a standard kitchen cabinet, and I cut a hole in the back of that as well, and it worked perfectly fine for over a year. But I just relocated to another state, so I didn't have enough room to bring it. So I'm making a new one and I'm sharing this with you. And again, it looked like I struggled, but I actually didn't. It was quite easy. So you're just gonna pop that right into there. Now I originally use duct tape to hold this together. You're not going to see me do this in the video, but I did go in and put in lock right. It's this glue, like extremely whole super glue or whatever. I don't know. You can find that again at Home Depot or Lowe's, and I put that in back of there. That was just so I made sure it wasn't coming out. Now this is a standard dryer. You can get it from Sally's. If you have one of these, just use what you have. You're just gonna pull the hood out exactly how I did, and now we are going to attach the dryer. Um, I don't know what this thing is, sling song, whatever, scrunch, whatever you want to call it, neck to the base of this dryer. Now, I'm using duct tape for this, and I only use duct tape for this. Again, this is my second time using it. I know some people are going to be like, oh, duct tape. No, it works. No heat escapes. It works. It's quick. It's easy. And I did all of this in probably like an hour and a half max. So you're just going to take it, and you're going to, this is a 4-inch hose, just in case you need that measurement to tell them at your store. So you're just gonna take the duct tape, and I'm just making sure I'm going along the seams of it, and I'm gonna do that a few times. I don't know, I probably went over this like a good 10 or 15 times. I just wanted to make sure it stay in place and I don't lose any air, because the whole purpose of this is for this air to now travel through this hole and into the back of the cabinet. And that way you can dry multiple wigs at one time instead of drying one wig at a time. I typically make anywhere from 10 to 15 wigs a week. So, and I try to do that in a 3-day span. So I really need to cut my dryer time down. So this is like, I don't know the proper name. Please don't come for me. This is my first YouTube video. So I know I'm making YouTube people mistakes. So don't judge me As I make more, I'll get better. But anyway, I don't really know the names of these things, but screenshot this stuff and just show it to them in the store. They'll know exactly what it is. So I use this particular neck piece, this rotating neck piece, because the last one I had, I didn't have this piece on it. And it kind of limit how you can move the dryer around. So when I saw this in the store, I immediately got that because it immediately clicked like, oh, you need this way you can if you need to move the dryer around, you can, because I often like to move furniture around. So whatever. So now that I got that attached, I'm using duct tape again. That is basically my binding tool for most of this project. And again, I wrapped it around like, I don't know, 6 or 7 times to make sure there was no way for any air to um, spill out, because that's going to defeat the purpose. You want all the air to go into the cabinet. And literally, I can dry 5 wigs in like 2 hours. Like I run it twice and they'll all be dry. And that cuts down so much time after I make them, wash them, color them, stick them in the dryer if I can style them and ship them out. So I'm just firmly pressing along all the seams again to make sure that we don't lose any air along this process. Now I'm going to take this neck and connect it to this piece that we have right here. And I brought this thing because you could just stick that hose in there. You don't have to have this little white connecting thing, but I brought that because sometimes you might need to detach it, so that's why I did that. Now I'm just taking, because this is an IKEA entertainment stand, so what I'm doing is it's like a little space for the cords. So what I did was I took duct tape and sealed up that hole. And the duct tape do not come loose. Even though you're running a dryer like 2 to 3 hours a day, the duct tape does not come loose. It stays sticky, so you don't have to worry about that coming apart. And I took duct tape and just went around that. But don't do that. Get the lock right super glue stuff and that'll hold it in place. I mean, I guess if you want to put duct tape to make like extra security, you can, but you don't need it if you use that glue. So it's LOCRITE. I think that's how you spell it. It's like a clear bottle. It's like $7 or $8, but let me tell you, that stuff work fast. So don't open it and put it on nothing unless you're ready for it to heave. And it holds really good. So this is the other neck part that connects with that, and that will allow you to detach the dryer when you need to. And you see how that little swivel necky thing come into place, because it's going to be in a tight spot. So that neck thing really, really, really did come into use, because I had to like twist it around a couple times because I don't want you to see the dryer when you walk into my home. And that, for those who don't know, that is a filter. You need to change that at least once a month, because that's catching all the dust and dirt, and you want to keep that clean. That keeps the dryer working more efficient. So as you can see, everything is connected and the dryer is now hooked up to that. So I'm just moving my entertainment stand back and seeing where I want to place it, where it would fit, where it would look good. I wind up moving it totally behind it. So I wiped it down, and I'm going to duct tape the inside of this now, and I'm going to duct tape the seams as well as around where I have like little, I could tell I got like little cracks, nothing too major. And I did go in and add that lock right again around there. I'm pretty sure there's like some type of sealant. Well, whatever, the lock right worked just fine as a sealant. If you're a contractor, do not come for me. I am not a contractor. I'm not pretending to be a contractor. I am just simply showing how this dryer is so good if you make wigs, if you are a wig maker. And you can put this in your shop too. It saves so much time. So IKEA came with these little bracket things, and I was like, oh well, they already pre-measured to the side, and I can put the wood right on top of it and it should be fine. And I just used some glue. But it didn't work. I did it after like 2 or 3 weeks. the weight of the wet wigs in the mannequin head was just weighing on it. So I popped that out. At the end of the video, I'll show you what I put in there. Just use the elbow brackets that I show in the beginning. I was just being a little lazy, but I had to go back and put those on there. So I Gorilla glued these to those IKEA brackets, but don't do that. Just use the elbow brackets that I showed in the beginning. As you can see, the dryer is functioning. That's just a piece of paper that I got on there. And this cabinet actually seals really good. I did take a winter weather strip, and put it around the seams to ensure all the air stays in. As you can see, those are the brackets that I changed it out. See how it was bending and it like kind of cut into the cabinet. So I put these little hooks. You can get them from Amazon for like $3. And when I dye bundles and hang them on the hanger to dry, I use those hooks. And then I got 3 mannequins that I put on the top, and then you can set 2 shorter mannequins on the bottom, or you could put longer ones down there, but you got to remember to move them up to the top after a while so the ends can dry. And I just lined the cabinet with a towel. And as you can see, this is my living room. And you can't see any dryer, no dryer. It just looks like a regular traditional living room. And I'm going to show you where the dryer actually is placed, and it's behind there.